Hey, it's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes. We're here at the Twentymile Trail Trailhead. Going to do the Twentymile Loop, which is oddly enough just shy of 8 miles. So the trail's called Twentymile. You can see the ranger station behind me there, and yeah, we got a good bit of climbing. It's going to be very humid, but this climb should be relatively gradual compared to, say, climbing up Unicoi or something like that. So yeah. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It's been very rainy. I'm camped nearby and it rained a good bit yesterday afternoon, but hopefully we don't get wet. I do have an umbrella, so let's see how it goes. All right, 5 miles to the AT. We will not go quite that far. I think it may be the Long Hungry Ridge Trail we're going to loop around. So we'll be forking up here about a half a mile. We'll fork off or turn off to our right. I guess I should have acknowledged the creek there. Can't help but hear that. I think it's going to be our partner for a little while. Pretty cool the way that water just flumes through there. We get into our turnoff here in just a bit. Sounds like we're pulling away from that main creek bed, but you can hear some roaring right over there, so maybe it makes a hook here or picks up some other. Yeah, looks like that draw doesn't go anywhere, so it must just hook around here. Don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there are a couple of looks like rhododendron blooms up there. We might get lucky and see a few stragglers. I don't know. Late bloomers. So if we went that way, we could go up and take Twentymile, about a mile up, go off to the right. But I think what we're going to do is go up this trail, which I believe is the Long Hungry Ridge Trail, and we'll make a turn and then take the Twentymile Loop back to this point. And the main reason for that is because that's going to give us a long gradual climb, and then we'll have a nice, basically uninterrupted downhill roughly coming in. So we're going to do this counterclockwise, so you can do it either way. Obviously it's a loop. So this takes you down to a cascade. We're going to keep going on the double track here. You can see a beautiful cascade down there though. There's like some chanterelles. Now they could be the bad ones. Turn them over and look at the fins, and you get an idea what they are. But they look like chanterelles. They probably are. I could harvest some and cook them up, but still early in the hike. Early. That little shroom's trying to pick up Starlink out here. I don't know if he's gonna get it or not. He got some trees blocking him. Well, the trail's starting to close up with us a little bit. They get narrower and narrower. A couple of guys came by with the same shoes I had. One of them had the same color, I think. He said, nice shoes. I said, yeah, they don't make them in earth tones, it seems. And he pointed to his buddy. What was he wearing? Same shoe, brown. I haven't been able to find them in brown. Seems like all these trail runner companies want you to dress like a clown. Like blue and orange and... No. So we got some fresh downage here. I figure we probably see some. Little bridge. There's my buddy with the great tasting shoes. It's weird, there's so much sediment on this bridge. These guys are going up to the AT and around to Gregory. So they got some work to do today. I saw these petals on the ground and looked up, and look at there. A little late bloomer there. Man, I am just starting to get drenched in sweat. It is so humid. It ain't gonna get better, I don't think, either. Unless that sun can come out, maybe. It's a big camping area. I do remember seeing a backcountry camping site. There it is, 93. Something's been chewing things up down here too. My guess will be hogs. Got some bear cables up there. On trail going that way, that may go down to where they can get some water, so they're not necessarily having to slog off right here. More views of this beautiful creek. This is awesome. At the end of the day, I'll probably be wanting to get right in the middle of it. Got some more rhododendron blooms there. They're starting to fall off though. As we get higher, we'll probably see some more. If you like hiking by creeks and the sound of the water, this is a hike for you, because that's what we've been doing. The sun's trying to come out. See it splashing on the other side. We'll be somewhere up on that ridge in a little while. We got about a half mile. Go up, make a hairpin at our next junction, and we'll be heading back. We ain't even got this leg done yet though. These bridges are really slick, so it's in your best interest to walk where these leaves and stuff are. Anyway, we got one heck of a plume right here. Wow. Well, it's a lot quieter now. We've pulled away from the Bang Creek bed. It went off to our left when we crossed the last bridge back there. I didn't film that, but that creek was roaring. This draw here is much smaller. It's not making near the noise. You can hear some gurgling now and again. Well, we got lots of blooms on this one. Some falling, but some hanging in there. Some down there too. We're almost to our turnoff, getting close. So we're kind of getting up here, maybe to the top of this draw. We're certainly getting to the top of this where this ridge is coming in. It was a very cool breeze coming across right there. Ever so slight. Temperature is lower than it was down below, so that is very nice. Getting a little winded. Well, this is our turn off. Appalachian Trail is 1.7, a little further than I thought. We're 3 miles from the parking area. Here we go. Might be time to sit down though. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the Wolf Ridge Trail. It's almost 3 miles away. And that'll take us around. Well, the 20-mile loop trail will take us to the Wolf Ridge, and then that'll take us back. So we got a little ways to go. We're not quite halfway yet. So anyway, gonna be a little bit, gonna be downhill for a little bit, then up again. The rest of it should be down, so that'll be nice. Well, we had a rotten tree back there that came down. We had to get around. Basically just went over, but you can see here the runoff's right in the trail. I mean, right in the trail. I mean, this trail's going right down this draw. What a mess. What a mess. And we gotta navigate over that too. Well, I took the wrong trail, which is weird because this was the most beat out trail coming out of that intersection, with the exception of the one that goes up to the AT. I saw this one trail, it looked like maybe it went down to a water source. It did not look like it was beaten out well enough to be the trail. That goes to Gregory Bald, this goes where we're going. And at first, I guess I wasn't paying attention. I went around that way because I was thinking that this was just like a water source trail. It doesn't look beaten out very well at all. So I thought, well, this looks like a trail. And I don't know why I was thinking it might split off at some point, but it don't. This is our trail right here. So we make our way down across the 20 mile. Yeah, I went about a half mile before I realized that I had to turn around. And All Trails was dinging me. And I thought it was a reminder, you know, just a general reminder, because I didn't open the app. When I finally opened the app, it said, wrong turn. Just asking. May not be. Just might want to check the map. We don't want to question the great Uncle Joe. Yeah. Anyway, we're on our way. Yeah, don't lean on that handrail too much. IJS. Yeah, we got a little bit of a downhill, and then we'll start working our way up. I was on that other trail on the wrong route, and some folks that I had met earlier were coming up the trail because they're going to Gregory Bald. They're doing a 17 miler today. They said, yeah, you know, described the trail and said, yeah, we just came up that, and it's like, yeah, it didn't look like it. And they said it looked like it had been bushwhacked or weed eated or something. And you can see here there's a lot of stuff cut down. So somebody's been through here. And this trail doesn't look to me anyway to be nearly as beaten out as the one up to Gregory Bald. And that may be because, you know, it just doesn't get quite the traffic. I don't know. But we're gonna do it either way. Yeah, it's opening up pretty good now though. And a big old tree right there. And that ain't the half of it. There ain't nothing but the half of it. Yeah. They come along and cut him. I guess it side had died or something. Right there. Maybe it got struck by lightning or something. We're still on that little downhill piece. We're gonna start climbing here in a bit. Short little climb. We got some rhododendron flowers there. There they are. Thankfully, that was a lot more solid handrail than that other one. You'd have been probably about knee deep, if not deeper, had you fallen in there. Well, We're on about maybe halfway up, I'd say, that little climb before we start that big long descent. And it's a little deceiving on the map because you do have little downhills into these draws like this. But I guess maybe that makes it kind of nice. You're not slogging per se. But yeah, making our way up. Well, the sun's been out nice. It's been fairly blue sky, though you can see some high clouds now. It's not enough to really limit the sun too much. Kind of whooped. Got a little more to go up this climb, then it'll be a descent all the way down. But extra mile, half a mile on that. I can't believe I made that bad turn. I was just too confident. It's easy to get overly confident and then not read the signs well. But you know, that's the kind of thing that happens, you know. Usually I would be looking at my track for at least about 100 yards. And I just didn't this time. And what you get? It is what I get. That's right. You got nobody to blame but yourself. Absolutely. Enjoying this breeze for a few minutes before I finish off this climb. Make my way down. According to the trusty map, we are at our hurry point, more or less. The dot was a little off the very tip, but I think it's close enough for government work. Maybe we flatten out right here. This is kind of flat, and then maybe then it dips down. But anyway, that saddle appears to be pretty much it. So should have a little easier time now. I mean, none of these climbs are what I would call super steep. I mean, you got that long gradual and you dip down just a hair and then come back up. But it wasn't bad. Just after doing that long gradual, you know, you're tired. But yeah, that could have been a lot worse as far as steepness goes. A lot of red mushrooms here. So this is a huge tree that came down. And you could tell, look at the size of the hole in the canopy. I mean, of course it may have took a couple down with it, but still, that was a huge part of the forest. It just got ripped out. Now, vegetation will grow, start growing up in there. Not getting growed over, won't it? It will. Got some more, looks like chanterelles. Got some down here. Yeah, won't be long for my buddy Rusty will be out there hunting them and cooking them up. Make something delicious. Well, there's some sassafras. I saw a limb back there that was cut down where they had come through and done some cutting too, so it's out here. You gonna see my old friend sassafras? I don't know if the camera's getting that, but we got some ridges over there. And we got clouds building too, so that doesn't bode well for a rain-free afternoon. We can still hope though. It's that time of year though, we get these afternoon storms. It's just no fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the vegetation. I love the dense vegetation of this area and really all over the south, but it comes with a lot of rain. Well, we come around to this kind of the end of a ridge, maybe. You know, it does kind of go on that way. We dropped kind of onto the back side of it. That was kind of unexpected, but what do I know? Not a whole lot. You can hear some water cascading down there. So we must have come around like a tongue where we're coming out where we can hear it. That's just a guess, but man, it's making some noise down there. We make our way down, down, down. Well, here's the source of all that noise. You see it coming through. It's coming around here, racing its way down. It's like we're going to get a good look at it. There we go. All right, we've come back to Wolfridge Trail. We'll make our way back to the parking lot. Saw a couple up ahead of me there. All right, got a little bit of a chicane here. Got some rhododendron blooms up above us. And another single rail bridge. All right, this closes our loop. This morning we went that way. Came from this way. Well, we're getting a lot of sun now, making its way through the trees. When you do hit a sunny patch, you feel it. Definitely warmer. Well, there's our gate. Just see old Goby there at the end. Waiting patiently. Hopefully nobody broke in and got my sweet tarts. And give me a little sweet and sour something out of them later. Well, 20-mile loop done. It's a good loop. Not a lot of, like, you're not gonna find an overlook or anything, but man, creek. One creek or another, doesn't matter, they're all beautiful. A little extracurricular mile, but that's okay. Live and learn. But yeah, we can get out of here and see about getting something to eat.